we never, the four of us went out together. Just Barbara and I would do things. Lloyd and Lloyd would stop by, but Lloyd had a digging kind of humor, and it used to aggravate him.
Well, because Jack was like, Jack used to do that too.
He had
father.
I don't know. It would.
It was like a sort of a perverted sense of humor.
Yes,
It was strange.
and it would annoy him. But Lloyd would go for a ride on his bicycle on Sunday mornings, and he'd stop at my house, and my mother was living with us, I think, at that time. He'd sit down at the table, and Joe would get up and walk away, and he would sit with my mother and I. And Joe would walk away because Joe didn't like the kind of stories he told. And this was...
But Jack was always telling stories.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Jack was always had stories.
But didn't you ever hear, you say we were out of everything. It was said many times by different people that Lenny, of the four boys, Lenny was the only smart one.
That's right. He didn't go into the business.
Who said that?
A lot of people.
Oh.
A lot of people. He would have been better off if he had not gone in the store.
So that's how we stayed out of everything, and we moved, and he went to a different business, and we lived on the north side, and they lived on the south side.
But Zora and Lenny and Joe and I were good friends.
Yeah.
But we weren't good friends. Well, Muriel always had her parents around, so Sarah and Hyman would go there. And Muriel moved away from where we were living, and then they moved out to where we ended up. But she had a different group of friends. She had high-flying, drinking.
A different group.
Absolutely different from Joel and I. And there was no way that we would fit in with them. And we never did.
So, Dad, how do you like your hat?
I love this.
You love that picture?
I do.
Okay.
How about you going on a diet?
I can do that, I think.
Okay.
Which one is it?
But you also have to understand how many years ago that was, too.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
That was a long time ago.
That's okay. That's okay.
At a certain age, there's no inhibitions.
Would you
Right.
that
I know.
Either young or old.
Doesn't
She
matter.
was so beautiful.
Show that to Joel.
She was at Robbie's bar mitzvah.
Joel,
Well, I'll never be that size again.
hand me the picture.
Did you?
Yeah, he doesn't see
Did you
well.
see these?
Did I see
Who
these?
is this?
Look at the.
Your brother.
He's sitting
No,
across
it's Donna.
Oh, yeah.
Who
I
is
know
this?
these people.
These are, isn't this?
Who
These are
is this?
fabulous. Did you bring these?
No, your dad
Oh, I
has them.
recognize these. Oh, yeah. That's Joey and Bernice.
Joey and Bernice.
Joey and Bernice.
My mom and dad. See, my mother had dark hair.
Who is
Okay.
this skinny lady?
What about your mother?
You had dark hair
Yeah.
once upon a time.
I was taller or blonde.
Look how young Ree and Irv are.
Uh-huh.
And Lil with Paul.
You know, I never met him.
Well, he wasn't around very long.
But I remembered Sam, and I remember Grandma.
Is Maury on there?
Yeah.
Where's the other picture?